Hi there, my name is Steve Beck and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share and subscribe and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And I use the Star Trek video, so there's a chance you don't like Doctor Who. But if you do like Doctor Who and you'd like to win a Doctor Who DVD, I'm giving away this one. I'm going to be giving away Doctor Who DVDs for the next couple of months while the new series of Doctor Who is running. This is the next one I'm giving away. It's 2 stories. It's 4 DVD set. It's got, from 1973... Dalek War, Planet the Daleks, and Frontier in Space. It has the master in it. 2 stonking great stories. All you have to do to win it is subscribe to the channel and leave a hashtag Dalek War. All the instructions are in the video notes. And you can leave it anyway. Leave it on Twitter, Facebook, whatever. If you want to share this video, that is awesome. That helps me incredibly. And obviously, as I said, subscribe. If you can subscribe, hit the subscribe button. That, again, crazily helps me, which, every time I get subscribed, I go, ooh, I'm excited. It's like, what's the Wonderful Life, when a bell rings, a new angel gets its wings. That's what it's like when you get news going, ooh! So if you're considering subscribing, that would make this Rabbi's Day very, very happy. And, okay, so this is a video where I'm doing a strange backhanded praise of Hollywood, of CBS Star Trek, which is a hard thing to do. So I've been annoyed quite a lot that we live in this this age where not very clever people have taken control of our culture, particularly our nerd culture, Star Trek, Doctor Who, and they're not very clever, and they're not very clever in many respects. They're not very clever in writing, obviously, because the stuff they write is normally very bad, and they're just not very clever, and their political theory equally pretty bad. So these people are all crazy. They're all crazy. I understand not being on board, not being happy that election doesn't go your way. I was on the fence about Obama in his first election. I thought, but by the time he hit the second one, I thought he was bad news. And given how the economy flatlined and ISIS caused the biggest human migration in human history, destroying Europe, creating Brexit. I will think pretty sure he wasn't very good news. But that being said, I was able to function. I was able to move through life without going, oh my God, Obama's president. Oh my God. No, you just wait until another election. And look, if more people agree with you than not, that's the way it is. But these people, they're not. They're very dumb. And they're so incredibly dumb. They're so incredibly dumb that even though they've been categorically proved to be wrong, like if Obama was, if the world turned out, if the metrics of the world were like they are now under Obama, I would say, I was wrong. I was wrong. Well, I wouldn't say I was wrong because I was on the fence at the beginning, but I would say I was wrong. His policies are clearly helpful and beneficial. They work as well as you hope they would. Obama made you feel like the things are all going to work out well, but everything worked out terribly. Trump, I think, is kind of the opposite. But okay, so these people are bonkers and obsessed and stupid. And they have control of the culture. But something that I get annoyed about is when I pay for something and I'm expecting something to see a fun, delightful, entertaining romp, and I get some Orange Mad Bad Trump derangement syndrome nonsense. Big Finish actually were. If you ever heard of Big Finish make radio plays, which are kind of like books on tape but much better. If you ever heard of them, they're really good. They're mostly really good. They started doing Doctor Who. They do other ones. Go to their website, www.bigfinish.com. If you ever have a commute, I prefer listening to that than the music. I just find them very interesting. But sometimes you'll get a release from them, and it'll be like, again, Orange Man Bad Trump derangement syndrome. And I'll be like, oh, really? So I said, can you just put a warning label on the cover? Just put a warning label on the cover, and I know not to buy it. So I got what I wanted. They told me clearly what they're doing, and I'm still not happy. So I must have been full of crap. So here's why I'm not happy. The Star Trek Picard starts in 12 days. It's the January 12th right now. And they're very, very clearly telling me exactly what type of show it's going to be. They're telling me in several ways. Firstly, and I didn't even realise this. I have no idea what day this short trek dropped. The last of the short treks dropped, which is in fact a prequel to Picard. You get to see Picard in it off the side for a second, and it's as predictably awful as all the short treks were. This one was called Children of Mars, and at first it starts off like your average identity politics obsessed imbecile. The bingo for those type of people. It starts off, you have a darker skinned young girl getting ready to go to school, and she's talking to her mother who's working on Mars. And the mother's really fun, and they're playing with each other. It's all fun. And then you have a whiter skinned girl, a white girl, talking to her father, and father's just saying, "Darling, I just can't make it home this year." What? It's a shuttle ride. What's wrong with you? And they have transporters, although I have no idea where they are. So, although wait a minute, this is the JJ timeline. So they got the interplanetary transporters. You can come home for lunch, you imbecile. But again, that's the other thing. The people who they hire to write these things have little to no knowledge about Star Trek. The last one, this animated one, which it was just agony to watch. It was this tardigrade from Discovery, which is always a bad sign, and how he's lived on the Enterprise all this time, and you get to see all the best hits of the Enterprise, but they do it in basically the wrong order. It shows them nothing but contempt and ignorance for Star Trek and time, and its its integrity. Something that we've really never had before. Like this, just is utter contempt. So they get these two girls get up, and the bad father and the wonderful mother, both of them working on Mars. They go to school, and then the white girl, I think, accidentally knocks the Batgirl's backpack off. And as they get on the shuttle, which actually that I found was quite, I like bringing mundane everyday life to into like a science fiction world. So they were, I always thought it'd be cool if like instead of people commuting, they lining up for their time to go in like the teleport booth, the public transport teleport booth. That's just like always been amazing. So they're getting on the school shuttle, but because she has to bend down and pick up a bag, which takes maybe 6 seconds, they've already sealed off the shuttle when she's late. Then she misses it and she's late to school. And this rivalry goes on between the two girls all day until they break into a fight. And I think it's showing how conflict erupts out of nothing. And then I think he's Vulcan. The Vulcan headmaster is about to talk to these two girls. Oh, by the way, they have this thing which at least fits in with this timeline, because this is post-Nemesis, this is post-Next Generation. This is my guess, it's probably about 10 years after Nemesis, 10 years before Picard. Probably. And the Vulcan headmaster gets the news on his. I forgot. I've got my train of thought. They have this thing there where they have these computer-generated signs everywhere, which they obviously map on afterwards. Which is obviously the reason they do them is because you don't have to build futuristic sets. It's a really cheap way of making something look like it's in the future. People doing low budget productions do that all the time. Except for people who do like good Star Trek. When they have Star Trek Continues or Star Trek Phase 2, where they built the freaking sets out. It looks awesome. Everything was so tactile. Okay, if CBS had half a brain, they would take the budget of like half an episode of Discovery and give it to the Star Trek Next Gen, not Star Trek Continues, what are they? And the Vic Monagna, I can't remember the guy from the Kick Vic thing. The guy who played Captain Kirk, and just do a season of 12 episodes really cheaply with that cast. And I think keep Vic as Kirk. Maybe get more professional actors as the other cast. But just do that. Just do that. And it'll cost you nothing. And it'll make everybody happy. Oh my God. It's so stupid. But that's going back to my premise. These people are just stupid. Oh God, it's painful how stupid they are. So anyway, so then the headmaster gets the thing on his, looks like a communicator, but it also now has pictures on it. It's, they never thought of doing that. It's of some disaster, and it looks like Mars has been attacked and pretty much destroyed. And it also looks like was it Starbase? No, that place where from Star Trek 3 and 4 where they park all the starships. I'm going to remember the absolute second I stop recording this video what that thing is. Space Dock! Aha! Space Dock! It looks like Space Dock because it gets blown up. And then you see like the news footage of it in the background. And you just see Admiral Picard comment saying there's terrible, just in the background on the news footage. And these two girls who are waiting outside the principal's office because they got in a fight. Their black and white hands hold each other to show a symbol of love and unity, in the face of disaster. Which I think is what drives these insane people. Because now we're really going to get into the meat of this video. Well, over 10 minutes in, but we're really going to get into the meat of it with. Patrick Stewart has done some pre-publicity for Star Trek Picard, and geez, yeah, there should be somebody in Hollywood who could hire themselves out as a service called like Real World Sanity. Where you could just consult with someone and go, "Oh no, you're going to sound crazy if you do that. Oh no, don't say that because you're going to lose millions and millions of dollars because people won't buy your thing." Just real. That's what they should have. A corporation called Real World Sanity. They're people who understand how real people think, not these vile Hollywood entertainment industry people think. Because who knows how they think? Okay, so the way they look at the world is we are France under Nazi occupation. This is the end of the universe. It doesn't matter that every metric for America is so incredibly superior than it was 5 years ago. It doesn't matter that, again, objectively speaking, I think Trump's presidency has I would attribute the roaring economy to it, and like this. I think his prison reform bill is a fantastic idea that will actually genuinely stop the cycle of poverty in lower income areas. Things like but none of that matters because they've never been able to move on. They've never been able to move on, and they just keep thinking, Orange Man, and Brexit. Brexit is the same thing. For British people, as Patrick Stewart went on to say, Brexit and Trump are pretty much the same thing. Let me just look at this article. This article was in. Oh, by the way, and it really shows you the utter irrelevancy of Star Trek because I didn't know that this short trek came out. I have no idea. Let me Google short treks. Star Trek short treks. Let's see when it was released. We'll have Wikipedia. Oh yeah, Wikipedia. It's opening. We're on the show. Children of Mars came out January 9th. Okay, that was 3 days. Was it 3 days ago? A new Star Trek came out 3 days ago, and I had no idea about it. This video also came out, and the interview actually also came out a few days ago. Didn't even really notice. That's, I think, a sign of the cultural irrelevance of Star Trek that is to me. So let me read you this quote. This quote from Patrick Stewart, which doesn't bode well. It says, "In a way, the world of Next Generation has been too protected and too perfect and too protected." He says it was the Enterprise. It was safe. It was a safe world of respect, communication, and care, and sometimes fun. Yeah, fun. Remember that in Star Trek. In Picard, the Federation, a union of planets bonded by a shared democratic values, has taken an isolationist turn. How does a multicultural body take an isolationist turn? Well, I guess they'll explain it to us. Has taken an isolationist term. The new show, Stuart says, was me responding to a world of Brexit and Trump feeling, why hasn't the Federation changed? Why hasn't stuff like... You know what would be more interesting? To have Picard of left Federation because it voted for their version of Trump or their version of Brexit, and then he's sitting a few years later being proved completely wrong in every way, shape, and form. That would have been interesting, wouldn't it? That actually would be something, a genuine commentary on times, but that would take an intelligent person to do, and that's what they don't have. I was listening to a video by Mecha Random 42, my favorite YouTube hobby. If you don't subscribe to her, she's freaking awesome. And she just said Star Trek was always for smart people. She gave like so many examples. Darmok. They use standing. I think they use standing sets, and location, and really it was a cheap episode, but it was written brilliantly, and that's just not what we're getting. We're not going to get that with Picard because, firstly, they're saying that, again. I'm saying I appreciate you telling me this is nothing like Star Trek. Nick, this is nothing like anything I've loved about Star Trek. And if I wasn't going to review it for this channel, I wouldn't review it. I wouldn't pay for it either way. I mean, thank God I've got CBS. Not CBS. Well, I do have CBS All Access. I get that for Survivor. That's my guilty my guilty thing. I admit to. And the only reason I get it for Survivor is because I'm a rabbi and I'm like crazily religious and I don't want to die and go up to the pearly gates and they go, no, you can't come into heaven. You took too many time. You stole too much CBS All Access. I'm like, really? If I'm going to be denied my place in heaven, please don't have it be for stealing Star Trek Discovery. So I get a subscription to CBS All Access, even though I can't access it. Because I want to be able to illegally download Survivor, which I might do. I might just be lying about that if the YouTube police look. But I feel like I paid for it, so I can watch Survivor. Also, my daughter likes Young Sheldon, which I gotta tell her there's a new one on. But that's why I pay for a subscription to CBS All Access, which I stopped now because it was Survivor finished, but it's coming back in a month. Fine. So what else do they say? Yeah. So obviously, the fundamental premise is that Starfleet has gone bad, the world is corrupted, and they are the resistance. Again, we got this insane resistance. So again, what is Picard resisting? Prosperity, democracy, hope. And look, and I get it. Look, you live in Patrick Stewart. You live in your bubble. You're very rich. I know you had to say you had humble ringers, but you're very wealthy now. You live in your bubble. You never hear anybody who tells you anything different than what you hear. Which is, I think, given the results of election after election, the vast majority of the rest of the world. Again, I want to set up this company, just to say no. That sounds stupid. Don't do that. So basically that's what it's going to, and Picard's going to be reacting to the. Basically, they're saying the world is this beautiful idyllic world of Gene Roddenberry's utopian future has been destroyed by Trump, and now we got to go Trump or Brexit or whatever they're going to talk about, whatever nonsense they're going to say, and Picard's going to come and save the day. Now, interestingly enough, another sign that this is going to be a train wreck is in that same article. It talks about Patrick Stewart's performance of A Christmas Carol, which is actually freaking awesome. I think you can buy it on audio from Audible, maybe. It's really, really, really good. It's not really the time of year for it. Wait till December to buy it. But in the article it says he was meeting with was it Alex Kurtzman? Is it Kurtzman and Michael Chabon, who was the showrunner for 20 minutes on Picard, before quite wisely he abandoned ship, so he could pitch them season 2. Excuse me, have they been telling us season 2 is already greenlit and ready to go? Hey, how are you going to greenlit? What, you're going to recast Picard for the season? Wait, you know what? Why not? What at this point? Why not? You're completely changing his character. Why not recast him? Have I don't know, Ian McKellen play him. That'll be a blast. They're good friends. They should really do that. They should. I would like to see Patrick Stewart play Gandalf and Ian McKellen. Just like a small scene or two, and Ian McKellen play Picard. That'd be kind of fun. But did Michael Chabon jump or was he pushed? That is the question. Because Patrick Stewart was doing Christmas Carol from December 11th to the 13th, and that's when he was supposed to be meeting about season 2. And then on December 10th, word came out that Michael Chabon was leaving Picard and to develop his own thing for Showtime, which I have no doubt is never going to surface. So the other rumor going on with Picard is that they've sunk all the money into this they can possibly imagine. This is the most expensive production ever. Could well be. And they're banking everything on it. If this fails, then CBS All Access is over, is done. I would like to believe that's true because I think it probably is going to fail, given that everything else that has been in this template fails. Patrick Stewart, notwithstanding. Um, if it fails, then CBS is all over. Now, yeah, but we've heard this before. We've heard this about Star Trek Discovery Season 2. They said they put everything into Star Trek Discovery Season 2, and if it fails, CBS All Access is over. They said that about the Twilight Zone. They put everything into Twilight Zone, and if it fails, CBS All Access is all over. So I think CBS All Access, yeah, I think it probably will still stick around even if and when this fails. Although I'd love it not to. I'd love it to crash and burn horribly. What do you think? My name is Phila Beck and the Rabbi of Another Planet. Please like, share, subscribe. Again, if you subscribe, that make my life so much good. Let me know what you think, though, because I really genuinely do like the interaction. It's one of the best things about YouTube. I do like the interaction with people. If you disagree with me, if you love Discovery, I don't have a dislike for you, but I would like a dialogue because it's like you telling me that up is down and black is white. It's like I love talking to people who believe the Earth is flat. Because it fascinates me. I mean, I just really, so I love talking to those people, and I'm not patronising or it's just a totally foreign way of looking at the world to me. So yeah, please comment. Let me know what you think. I will endeavour to reply to you. I'll try and do it within 24 hours. Thanks so much for listening, and have a fantastic day.